What's up everybody, this is Master Ian Gamer. The PTR patch, which we saw go up just last Thursday, has just gone to live servers after only 5 days. I think I got a good idea about what this new rapid balance system Overwatch is planning to implement is, and it looks like they've already started to implement it. But before I get on to talking about that, there were a few changes actually between the PTR version of this patch and what ended up going live, which I just want to cover real quickly. I won't cover all the new changes that did end up going through. If you want, you can watch my previous video when it first hit the PTR where I cover all those changes, but there were a few rather significant changes which didn't end up going through, namely being the McCree fire rate and HP changes. No more fat McCree. No 250 health McCree is ever going to set foot on live servers, at least not yet. I'm still not exactly sure why they bumped him up by 50 HP just for the PTR, only to bring him back down, but it was a fun meme, I guess, while it lasted. Additionally, Orisa's damage nerf, instead of being 11 damage to 9 damage, is now 11 damage to 10 damage. So it's not as quite of an extreme nerf to her damage output, it's only down by 1 damage instead of 2. And Sigma, the range on his primary fire was reverted to 22 meters, which previously on the PTR had been nerfed down to 20. This is probably my favorite of the reversions they pushed through, as since I talked about it in my original video, I was very unhappy about the idea of having to relearn the range on Sigma's just primary fire. Thankfully they reverted this though, so I'm psyched for that. Outside of these exceptions though, all the other changes did end up going through to live servers, and interestingly enough, there wasn't any new download or new patch update required for these changes to go to live servers. Typically, whenever there's new PTR patch changes going through, even if they're very minor balance changes or bug fixes or whatever, Overwatch has to update with a new patch version. Now, this patch version is patch 1.44, which should have been a bit of a red flag when it hit the PTR, since that's the same patch version which was already on live servers. And now these changes have been pushed to live servers without needing to download a whole new patch. I think this is quite possibly what Jeff Kaplan was teasing in terms of a new system for faster balance changes, as again, this patch was only on the PTR for 5 days. The patch before this one, which we saw prior to the Lunar New Year event, was only on the PTR for 7 days, a single week, and by comparison, in the past, we've usually seen PTR changes take 2 to 3 weeks to go to live servers. So whatever the new system Jeff had been talking about was, clearly is more of an internal sort of back-end thing, which probably just simplifies the process of implementing changes onto live servers without requiring everyone to download massive new patches. Well, they're not always massive, sometimes they are, but still, it seems like the new change could be just a back-end simplification, which I guess doesn't really seem that exciting since it's not something we can really see front and center, but I think the benefits of a change like this is going to be massive. They can much more rapidly change things up by tweaking heroes, shifting balance, nerfing some heroes, buffing other heroes, and I suspect they're going to use this to just have this sort of constant stream of updates coming instead of the typical one patch every month sort of thing. Now we could see something as frequent as 1 patch every week, if not even less. So at the time of me recording this, we are still waiting on that developer update video, which is supposed to be coming out sometime this week. It could be coming out later today, or maybe not until Thursday. We don't really know. We just know it's going to be sometime this week. I imagine that what I just talked about is going to be at least one of the points discussed in that developer update. It is entirely possible that there'll be further things discussed as well, possibly some other systems or changes which are going to be coming through. Maybe Jeff will just give a better, more straightforward explanation of what exactly they're doing and why. But regardless, I will be keeping you guys all up to date whenever that does end up coming out, and hopefully we'll be getting a bit more interesting news in it beyond just faster patches. Because as I said, while those are fantastic, I don't feel like they're super duper exciting for the average person. I do think, again, that they are going to be very beneficial to the game, especially the more competitive scene where people play every single day and get very bored of the same compositions and metas over and over again. So I have to admit, even if it doesn't seem that exciting to just have these internal changes going on, I think it's actually going to be a pretty good improvement to the game, and I am hyped to see how it ends up playing out. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on the PTR change reversions, particularly McCree losing his extra weight, if we were to call it that, as well as your thoughts about just having these much more rapid updates. Do you think hero balance changes every single week could be a good thing for Overwatch? Or maybe you think that's even just a bit too frequently? Either way, be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video and share it with your friends if you really liked it. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit up the bell to never miss any of my future Overwatch content. This is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.